welcome back to this to my channel, Billy Everyday Life of SB. If you're following me right now and you're new to my channel, I'm SB Ansel, and I'm all about creating mental health awareness and removing the stigma and stereotyping of all these mental health disorders, basically, and hopefully that with these aims and goals that I've been doing will be fulfilled, as well as basically to educate you all and take you on a journey, basically, of my experiences of what I've been suffering from for a long time, even though it's going to be there for life, as you know. Just to put it out there though, before I begin, I am no medical professional. I'm just your everyday Joe blog, sharing my life stories and experiences. This is my, tips and advice through the training and life experiences of what I've been through, hopefully, so that it can actually basically be with you, and all for the do. Also, it's up to you if you want to take these tips and advice, seek medical professional advice for a second opinion. If you don't agree with some of the things I'm sharing, that's fine. Take it or leave it. Choice is yours. No regrets there from my part, basically. And also, when you see certain classical signs and symptoms that are arising in yourself or others, seek professional help, because I don't condone anyone to do self-harm in one way or another. It's all about seeking professional help, the right treatment at the right time, as well as the right advice. Also, it's just to make yourself happy, free, and at peace within yourself. So no further ado, this is part 7, which is all about overcoming social anxiety, basically, which is your tips and advice from me to you, basically. Even though it's going to be called overcoming social anxiety, you can do it, hopefully, to make it catching enough, just to prove that, we can overcome everyday struggles, be it depression, anxiety, and the like, basically, and that we know, like any other thing, social anxiety exists. So social anxiety is there in each and one of us. Now and again, it will arise when it at least doesn't feel fit, as I shared before so many times before with you, with me, with all these Dear Letter series, especially my Dear Anxiety versus my Dear Depression. I think it was somewhere in there that it pops up now and again. Anyway, sometimes with social anxiety, like any other mental illness though, however, it comes up or shows up in an unexpected way or in an unannounced, So today I'm going to be sharing with you social anxiety in relationships, or when dating and approaching, and how to approach and tackle all these things, versus basically just tips and advice in general, how you can overcome these, as well as basically knowing basically the classical signs, as we know, as I've clearly shared with you time and time again, of what social anxiety is all about. As you know, basically, though, if you were, like, example, as I share, going out on a first date, basically the classic signs of anxiety will rise, basically, of it all, and, the classic ones will be your heart racing, you get sweaty hands, shaking hands, your body feels like jelly, and that you start trembling in your voice, and maybe you start to startle or slur in your speech. You get bright red, or you blush a lot, you get embarrassed, and as you're about to open up, basically you feel like the words that you want to say ain't coming out right, or it ain't coming at all due to the tightening of the throat cavity. Even if you want to have the courage to ask a guy or girl out that you're interested in, basically, about the main question is, do you want to go out with me? Without any hesitation or without waiting for an answer, you run to hide or try to find a way to hide from that shame or embarrassment, basically. And further ado, though, I'll be giving you helps and tips and strategies to cope with this, to get through these moments as well, basically, because we are all human. It's all about how we can deal it in the right positive manner. No matter who we are, though, we may feel or experience this from time to time of certain forms of anxieties that I've shared so many times before, and it will arise sometime in our lives. You'll be surprised, like I said, and some of them, they are quite common than we realise. So, in order to do overcoming social anxiety, well, in a relationship versus in general, is obviously tip number 1. Just remember that recognizing these signs of anxiety straight away are normal, and you do get it from time to time. You feel them, and it's only natural, but it is preventable also. Number 2, you need to conquer the fear of talking to others, as it can be and will be a mind over matter. We need to maybe stop making excuses for ourselves, or stop the negative thoughts patterns that we're going in our mindset, while we're, facing this situation of going out on our very first dates, if the answer was yes from that guy or girl, and again, it's about our choice, how we deal with it and cope with it in our everyday lifestyle. We just got to learn to tackle it, handle it as much as we can, no excuses basically, and just to face it when we can, if we can. Number 3, you know, just give it all your best shot, you know, and asking questions, you know, interact in a small way. We know that we are our worst enemy when it comes down to it, you know, so basically practice to interact and, you know, use the special communication skills and techniques as I've addressed in one part of this to you to control the situation and thinking. Number 7, persistence is the key. You know, also while you're with the person, enjoy the small things about them and enjoy yourself. Number 8, be yourself. You know, there's nothing like just being the fake you. You just have to be yourself, you know, and hopefully, you know, despite you being anxious, that the other person will totally get it, totally understand you, because, you know, again, we will one day in our life experience it one way or another. Another one is number 8 or 9 I'm up to, is see something small as a success regardless what it is. Maybe have, like, getting up in the morning, getting ready for your first date, and, you know, getting out that door is your maybe first little step of success, you know, regardless of it all. And another one is confidence is the key, but not too much confidence, however, because obviously if you come out too overconfident, then you basically will think, well, what the hell did I do that for in the first place? And number 9, be approachable at all times if and when the need arises, basically. Okay, another one is basically is just the normal everyday general, you know, situation to beat social anxiety, basically. I know for a fact that it can be hard work, it can be daunting, it can be really stressful for some of us that suffers from social anxiety. You know, I'm one of them. I do the very best I can to conquer it. So basically, another form of it is basically just remember that if the tips and advice that I'm giving to you doesn't work the first time, keep practicing. Practice makes perfect, you know. Just don't give up, stick to it, you know, is the case. Or choose another one that you may feel work for you of what I'm sharing. Until you feel comfortable doing this, you know, it will just become an everyday nature, everyday, you know, routine for you. As we know that having social anxiety or other form of mental illnesses, as I said so many times before, isn't shit hot or great. But we can overcome it with the right support, mindset, mind thinking, and attitude. So this is how to beat social anxiety just in general, instead of, you know, those dating tips that I just addressed to you all. Number 1 is be comfortable in the uncomfortable and be comfortable in your own self, be comfortable in your own skin, you know. Accept from time to time it's okay to be embarrassed, you know. Accept some of the things that you are doing may make you feel embarrassed for the first time and uncomfortable more. No one's perfect, obviously, you know. But you got to know when is enough when you think if it's too repeating or occurring too often, you know. Find a way to maybe change that for yourself by, you know, maybe a clear one, as I said before, changing your mindset of how you think about when you're interacting with others in a social situation, be it if you're classic one I keep sharing at a party and you're engaging with someone in there. Number 2, once you are feeling comfortable or being comfortable in your own skin and within yourself from the step 1 above, yes, it may and will take some time, however, as I said, baby steps at a time. No, this is no quick fix, no cure. Basically, it's all about time. Everything takes time. Go outside, even if it is the baby steps, maybe, for example, for these baby steps to walk outside to your letterbox, or go outside and maybe go around with your, you know, if you've got a pet dog, go and see him or her, you know, in their kennel and just interact with your, you know, dog in the kennel or whatever it may be. You know, even another classic examples here for these baby steps, you know, of basically, you know, getting out and about to overcome the social anxiety is maybe taking a step with just grabbing your keys, putting the keys into your door, into the ignition, and maybe just sit there for a while. That's just baby steps until you feel comfortable maybe to, you know, turn on the ignition and actually head somewhere that you want to head for. You know, not careless or ignorance. basically on this, of the confidence level. Yet it's what's going on in the mind, obviously, in our mindset. We got to remember that yes, judgment comes from others, and judgment comes from within of ourselves as well. How we project to others. You might be starting to realize basically in numbers, in this step, basically once you take that step further in engaging with others, as a classic example of the social situations, be at a party, that you're starting to realize and not acknowledging that not everyone is actually focusing on you, or not all eyes are on you. However, you've got to remember, even if you feel that you've done something crazy, strange, bizarre, and you may think, what would we do? We've got to remember that the world doesn't revolve around us. Obviously, the world goes around. It's going around every day, basically. Obviously, again, the last bit to say here is a choice factor. How do we want to overcome it? Do we want to overcome it? Do we just want to sit and dwell on it, regardless of what it may be, basically? Well, that ends my overcoming the social anxiety, basically, versus the dating part of it versus just the normal, everyday, general situation of us, social setting, be it hanging with your friends at a party versus, all these little baby steps I've given you. Give me a like for thumbs up for support, basically. Comment below for anything that you feel of relevance to others around you. Basically, feel free to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, ASBAnswerable. Feel free to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so for daily, weekly vlogs. Basically, I can't guarantee it will be daily, weekly, but as I said, just a heads up, basically, I'll keep you posted if anything does change, because it's all about interacting, communication, and everything else with you all. Basically, till next time, thanks for all your support, thanks for watching, love what you do what you love. Until next time, I'll see you all again soon.